As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second.
I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble.
Son of a bitch. He stole my life.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Welcome back to the Shot by Shot podcast. Today we're talking Michael Mann's magnum opus, the 1995 crime thriller Heat, which I've now binged through a lot of Michael Mann's filmography in the past week in preparation for this episode. And I love quite a lot of his films now. No matter what, you tend to get such a unique style and atmosphere that only really he can provide. He has such a wide range as well. His catalogue ranging from like TV movies in the 70s, biopics, crime movies, historical epics, horror, and he's really paved the way for so much ways of storytelling in American cinema. I think both through the way he tells stories through color and lighting and the structure that he builds around, like particularly the way he builds around these protagonists and antagonists here and Heat. I think like Thief, there isn't a black and white kind of view of how good of a person they are, and he really builds a blueprint here for Heat and the future of crime movies and television, where the lines are kind of blurred between what's a bad guy and what's a good guy. And you've got two heavyweight actors here in De Niro and Pacino, which goes a big way to building towards that kind of character. But I think his writing with his characters is always so complex. So yeah, I think this is his best culmination probably of all the elements in his career. Probably his 3 hour masterpiece. What are your kind of like relationships with Michael Mann and Heat?
Love him to bits. Just is his filmography is just obviously there's a lot of crime stuff in there, and that's kind of his go-to thing. But he just without a doubt one of the most consistent directors out there, and he kind of gives the kind of high genre and this kind of crime genre so much more meaning than kind of the usual kind of action kind of films in a way. And like you said, he is not only for me his best film, but it is his magnum opus as well. It's just the culmination of relationships and crime is at its peak here, and he does that a lot in his films. And sometimes nothing makes me happier than a director who kind of can execute an LA film to perfection, because there are obviously loads of crime films set in LA, but there's just something about directors who use LA as his character and treat that within his kind of character's morals. You know, Friedkin and Lynch have done it perfectly. And Michael Mann does it perfectly here as well. Like you said, there's this kind of blurring between what's good and what's not good. And similarly with a film like To Live and Die in LA, that is very much the same circumstance. But yeah, Michael Mann is just one of my favorites without a doubt. And his films just bring me so much joy watching them. And so happy that he was responsible for putting two of the greatest actors on screen for the first time together. And it's kind of crazy that it took up to 1995 for them to be in the same scene together in a film. And yeah, what a scene it is anyway. But yeah, wonderful director.
Yeah, my three favorite Mann films are all crime films, and they all span about 25 years. Like my three favorites are all from different decades. So that shows how much longevity he has. I'm hoping in the 2020s, Heat 2 can be half as good as Heat. You know, I'm not expecting it to be anywhere near. I think Heat is one of the best, maybe the best crime screenplay ever written, if you're not counting like Parasite. I'd argue it's probably a better screenplay than Parasite, even though I like Parasite more. Yeah, and it's like a privilege to watch Pacino and De Niro for 3 hours just doing this cat and mouse chase. You know, they're both really neither are good people. I don't think anyone in the film is a good person particularly, but the screenplay is just insane. And on rewatch, the editing, it's like a Social Network level edit. I think like it's 3 hours, but it felt to me
So
like
good.
It felt like 2 hours. It's structured so nicely. You don't linger on any scene for too long, and there's not that many action set pieces in this, which make them even better when they do come around. just the interactions between De Niro and Pacino in between, or watching Pacino's family life like disintegrate, or De Niro being aware that his fate as a criminal is that he's eventually going to be caught, or he'll have to run away. I don't know. It's just a really good film. Probably my favorite crime film on rewatch.
Yeah, I agree. What Oscar was saying about like I feel like there's like such a strong connection between Friedkin and like Michael Mann's work, particularly the kind of early ones, because it always feels like French Connection and stuff like Cruising was really influential on Thief, and then maybe like LA Confidential was maybe influenced a bit off Michael Mann a bit. They're all very using like colors and mood to really tell a story as well. I kind of felt like they were just bouncing off each other a bit. Maybe Michael Mann just taking off Friedkin and Friedkin being God, but I don't know. It feels like there was a connection there. I really love particularly Michael Mann's earlier stuff. His newer stuff's a bit more hit and miss for me. Like I like his early digital stuff, but like stuff like Public Enemies is a bit miss for me. Ferrari, I like Ferrari. But yeah, definitely his earlier stuff. Kind of associate him with film, but like he is like that guy that just like works great under either of them and kind of adapted really well in that post 2000s and really changed his style quite a lot. But yeah, just get like you're saying, he's just got such a wide range of movies, and like your favorites can be like 30 years apart. He's a really cool director. But yeah, mentioning Al Pacino and De Niro, do you think this is any of their peaks?
Good question. This is a tough one because I don't think so, but there's something about the pair of them working together that elevates their performances as a whole, rather than just like singling them out. And you know that first interaction scene, where they're at the table, we're like it's like halfway through the film, and that they wanted that to be as raw as possible. So that scene wasn't rehearsed. They were like, we don't want to do rehearsals for this. And I think there's just something about that first scene you see between these two characters and these two actors, not being rehearsed is so special. And both the performances are kind of they're different in a way, but there's Mann does a really good job of kind of pinning the whole emotion of the story around one idea of the quote that Macaulay keeps on saying about do you want to get attached to something that you're not willing to walk out in 30 seconds flight, you can feel the heat around the corner. Like everything is built around that idea in this film. Pacino's family, and it's his and it's De Niro's relationships as well. And what's so brilliant, and I don't know touch on it, there's something about that first interaction between Macaulay and the women that he meets, like you know from that split second, like this is never ever going to happen, like it's never going to work. And there's just something that is I find it fascinating because like predictability is like people are really critical of it, but there's just something about this sense of impending doom rather than predictability with his character that is like you just know that he's never going to go down that side of things. And a man just kind of really builds on the kind of small gestures in the film about his character, and De Niro just I think plays it really really incredibly. He's kind of this character that's so drawn to kind of violence in a way, but there's just segments where his character like starts to kind of loosen and weaken, and like you can see like he almost wants to kind of give in to this kind of relationship, and it is really really great. And Pacino's kind of the same, this kind of work-life balance that he just can't commit to this family work, to this family, sorry, and the work is kind of front and center for him. And obviously we know what happens with daughter played by Natalie Portman, who I don't know why I completely forgot that she had so much screen time in this. I don't know, I'd forgotten a lot about that.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be like a nothing character if she wasn't Natalie Portman, but like you think about it
Yeah.
more just because it's her.
Yeah. No, but she plays like obviously a pivotal scene towards the end. Obviously,
Yeah.
we'll go in deep into spoilers. So if you haven't watched Heat, then what are you doing anyway? Where she cuts her wrists and is just laying in the bath there, and is kind of this sign of Pacino just being ignorant and just ignoring his family for so long that this is what happens. But I think her character is used more than just to objectify Pacino's blindsidedness to his family. But yeah, there's just something about the way that Mann builds the relationships and in such a destined way. And you just know right from the beginning that and then obviously De Niro's kind of last words are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, touching on their performances, I don't think it's either the best. I'd say Pacino's is maybe like, I don't know, I'd say Raging Bull, but you can argue like 5 different films. And De Niro's a lot harder. I'd say, sorry, yeah, De Niro's Raging Bull and Pacino probably Dog Day Afternoon. But
Or Godfather.
or Godfather. Putting them together though, in that one scene, it may be both their peaks for me. It's like my favorite scene involving both of them. You can just feel the aura coming off the film when they're together. It's really good. I think Natalie Portman's character is interesting because obviously she has a suicide attempt, but even though he's been like blindsided by it, as soon as Pacino's character hears that they found Macaulay, or they've got a lead on Macaulay, he's like straight out of the hospital as quick as he can, which really shows his dedication and obsession to the like cat and mouse chase, and that both these characters are like it's fate that they're gonna have that meeting at the end of the film in the airport, which is just amazing. That final scene, it really caps off the film nicely with that being the final shot that everyone's expecting, but even then it's still impactful.
Yes, I mean, I wouldn't say it's any of their best, but it's like really like it's almost like the final send off for their peaks because they both have like I say like 70s to like mid 90s is like the peak of their powers, and then after this, I mean, like Al Pacino still has a couple of hits. Like he does Carlito's Way right before this, and he does The Insider.
Jack and Jill way.
Jack and Joe, yeah, Jack and Joe like ruining his career for like the good part of the 21st century. Yeah, this is probably like the biggest film that both of them done last, I guess. Apart from Scorsese's work with De Niro,
De Niro's in
never
Shark
really reached the
Tale
heights of this.
with,
Shark Tale. Yeah. Yeah, it really. You mentioned whether like Parasite or this is like a better screenplay. I think they're both like movies that kind of transcend genre. Like, I feel like Heat usually gets put in like action conversations. I feel like best top 10 action movies of all time, and I kind of understood that before, but it's kind of wild now after rewatching it. Like it's like it is crime action, but like it's a lot more than that. It's like the crime is just incidental to like all these people's lives kind of crashing together, and it kind of just uses the structure of a heist movie, like to pull you in. But then there's all these relationships that are the real meat of the movie, and I really love all the relationship stuff that like you've been saying, like the characters he builds and the locations he builds around them. I think what is so great about these characters is that they're first really flawed individuals, like most of his protagonists in his movies, like in their own right. But like he manages to really humanize them through the relationships and like the women in their lives. Obviously, like Natalie Portman and Pacino's wife, who we'd already talked about. He has them in his life. De Niro has more of that like lone maverick kind of guy attitude that's laid out pretty early on. But like once he meets that woman in the bar and like he kind of lets her into his life, that kind of changes his like relationship between his work life and his personal life throughout the film. Val Kilmer obviously got his wife and kid, which is a big subplot. I really like that line he says, like, to me the sun rises and sets with her. It's really romantic stuff, like some of the dialogue in here. But yeah, I think that's just really big examples of like how good the relationships are in this, and like they kind of overshadow like the action and stuff for me. It's like that really becomes like the main meat of the movie. I also think a really big example of this is like the getaway driver that dies in the big heist, because his death is like
Oh yeah.
it's really not like a big plot of the movie. It's like, why are we spending all this time with this random guy that we don't even know who he is? And it really makes use of like the 3 hours. Like it doesn't drag, but it puts all this focus on like a character that we don't know, and then we get insight into his relationship, like why he's like struggling to get a job again, like Thief and his first movie, the what's it, Jericho? I forgot the name of it.
Mile, yeah.
The
Jericho
Jericho
Mile.
Mile. Yeah, he's dealing with like ex-inmates or inmates struggling with like the prison system. He's kind of doing that again here, because he's struggling to find a job outside of it, and that's what kind of pushes him back into doing the big heist. And we get an insight into like his girlfriend. And any other movie, this would just be like a random goon that just gets shot, and like we don't see him at all. But it does kind of add that emotional side behind it when this guy does die, and you see his girlfriend react in the bar when she just finds out on the TV. So it's stuff like that like I really like that he does in this movie. Yeah, that was the one that really stood out on rewatch, because I completely forgot who this guy even was.
Yeah, I think that I'd forgotten about it as well. It's just so beautiful, and I think it's so important the way that death happens. It's literally like the way it's kind of directed and shot is like not impactful at all. It just happens and then it kind of moves away so quickly. It's cut off and forgotten about and never touched on again. And it's the idea of kind of like replacement, because like he was just like a replacement for, who was it? Is the guy that kind of goes and snitches on them about their location. I've forgotten his
It's
name.
Danny
Danny
Trejo's
Trejo's
character.
Yeah, and it's just this idea that McCoy's character doesn't really give a damn about this guy's life at all. He just wants him just for the help, and it's so important. Just because I was like going, it's like, oh, I've forgotten about this character, like the like building up to this, and yeah, it's just completely cut off. And I think it says so much just about LA and the scope of this film, and the heights it reaches. We're kind of moving all across kind of this class scale in a way, and we're kind of all the way going up to the top with kind of those Bonds guys. I've forgotten his name, Van Sant, and like the corruption, because like they the first heist that they do, they steal some bonds from a truck, but it ends up that I forgot John Voight was in this as well, that they kind of stole from the people that they were kind of working with in a way, and that John
Voight in
was
some
with.
crazy makeup and hair in this movie.
Yeah.
As well.
Who's kind of this middleman, and it leads to this kind of really interesting subplot, because McCoy's kind of this character, this like in-between character of class in a way, and that he's kind of mixing in between both. Like he is so hell-bent on getting revenge on Van Sant for kind of ambushing him, and like there's such determination throughout this film. Like he is so set on getting this done, and it leads to a kind of the ending part of this film where Pacino's character just he knows he knows that McCauley's going for that, and there's that scene where his character's kind of going to this really divided point of because he wants to escape with his girlfriend, and it's that moment where he like splits off the motorway. It's like, as soon as he splits off the motorway, he's like, yeah, he's just fully accepting his position as just this villain who and this criminal who doesn't want to kind of go out without a fight. And he, like he said, the kind of his last line is said he was never going back to prison, and it's so perfectly executed in a way that doesn't let the predictability of it all get on top of it, but just like it just slowly builds, and then it just kind of hits knowingly. And yeah, that guy that gets killed in the car is just the way it's just ignored is so impactful, and just that stare that his girlfriend or wife, I'm not sure which, in that cafe is so beautiful. Yeah, and that guy is like ready to just give up his job instantly, and just Macaulay just does not give a rat's ass about him. Like he just storms out of there, throws his boss on the floor, and it even built not just that character, but it built a time like characters around that character. Like the boss is like built up as this really bad person towards him, and everything just gets thrown out the window within seconds. And that's exactly what the whole point of the film is. Like you can't get attached to things, and everything with the jobs, relationships, everything is built around that, and you just can't have, just can't linger on things, and it's beautiful.
He doesn't even let you get attached to the action in a way. Again, going back to how I feel like he's more interested in the relationships. He says that the action is the juice, but here I feel like, I mean, the action is awesome. Like the gunfire is amazing. It's definitely the best in his career. It's next level. Like military use this to like
One of the best
show
ever.
their guys
like,
how to perfect farm. Like
real,
but like in a way, it
gunfire
also
as
feels
well.
like he doesn't care about it as well. Like he kind of just like in that heist, like we don't even see how De Niro and Val Kilmer get away from the police. Like after we see I don't know the other guy's name, but like the other guy in their group, he gets shot.
Yeah.
Like that is kind of the end of it. And comparing something to like Thief, where like you're there for every stage of the planning and the details and the heist, and it's all built up for the movie. But here, like by the time we get to it, that we aren't really in the clue at all about what's happening, and it's not nearly as complicated as the heist and Thief. But I think you kind of just see it happen from Pacino's perspective. Like it's just all of a sudden happens. But I thought it was interesting how he kind of just skims over a lot of the elements that go into the heist compared to something in Thief where he kind of like creates the American cool heist like scene, and the rest of it is so cool. But it's weird how he kind of ignores the action at times.
It's probably because he's balancing every relationship, like we've already said. There's so many like
Mm-hmm.
subplots that weave in together. I forgot when I watched it, like you said, completely about the guy who gets killed. Natalie Portman's character is also quite forgettable, but I think in the end her arc is really impactful. I think it's sort of the point that you forget about her because everyone else has forgotten about her, and that's why she's so miserable. I do want to mention that Al Pacino is really funny in this, like intentionally really funny on this. No one's said anything about that. Obviously, there's the great big ass that everyone clips, but there's also
Improvised, by the way.
Yeah, improvise. Oh, has he got it ready?
Oh god, the owl joke as well. That scene is so good.
Yeah, the who, and also the chicken. I don't give a damn if the chicken's cold or whatever he says.
I've got that as well.
The TV gag is hilarious.
Off Venice Boulevard, Justine. I'm sorry. If the goddamn chicken got
So good. This is if he's like forgot all the lines, and I don't know how he like delivers it so good. It's so
That's
weird.
another one. Yeah, he gets his wife like cheats on him. I completely forgot about that as well. And he's like, I don't care if he's screwing her. You just can't be watching my TV.
Throws the TV and then dumps it on
He takes it out
the
and
pavement.
dumps it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's really good because it like shows that he's so far into his work and his family life is just cracking, and he's like cracking mentally. The way he like speaks to the people in the club as well is really funny. But yeah, I think you need that level of like Al Pacino craziness because it's a really lonely feeling film. It's quite dreary, and that he balances it just enough so where you don't know if he's going to explode into like hysterics at any point. Him screaming about the TV when you think he's gonna like bash the guy's head in is like a really funny subversion.
That guy was stressing so hard.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. If it's like only Pacino could do it that well. I watched LA Takedown, which was like his TV movie, which was pretty much just a first draft of this, but really undercooked. And then like Heat is genuinely like a remake of this. And it's there's some scenes that are just shot for shot. Like there's when they knock over the truck to steal the very first heist, the GTA 5 like heist that they copied. That's in it. Like pretty much every scene in it is copied. And the guy's even kind of hamming it up like Pacino, but he's obviously the acting is awful. Genuinely really awful in the movie. Everybody
Is anyone
it's
famous
like
in it?
Michael Rooker's in it, but he's like a random
Oh,
cop.
really?
Yeah,
Is it a
that's it
TV
though.
movie? Is it straight to TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was almost the pilot for our TV, I think, our TV show. And he turned it into like a feature film.
Yeah.
Is that pre or post the Keep?
It's post to keep. It's post Manhunter as well,
What?
which is really
Wow. Okay.
surprising. He just drops this like banger,
What's
and he
his
still has to like.
What was his first film?
It was the Jericho Mile, which was a TV
And then it
movie.
was Thief, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was a Keep,
which
wasn't
I
it?
guess some people don't count the TV movie as a feature debut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow, the Keep was after
Interesting.
Thief. What was he doing?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. He
The Keep is a good
was
film.
low-key
Okay.
cooking with the keep.
Okay,
He
I
was.
don't know.
The Keep is. I haven't seen LA Takedown or Jericho Mile, but he hasn't missed. But yeah, moving on slightly. I know Daniel's mentioned it, but well, first of all, seeing this in cinema was one of the greatest cinema experiences of my life. I said it was one of the most emotionally fulfilling experiences as well. Just so much out of this, and obviously those gunshots in that bank heist scene, real on set shots, and the sound of the shots echoing like in the streets or like off the buildings is absolutely insane. And there's something so unique about that I just haven't heard that anywhere else from what I've seen. And they have such a distinct sound to them, and yeah, it just makes for such a raw scene. But Daniel mentioned the editing, and on a rewatch, obviously, this is for me one of those films that I love. Kind of back when I first started watching film, and as I just kept on watching and I more understanding, it keeps on going, getting better, and it's one of my favorites. And the editing is one of the best edited films ever. And without a doubt, is genuinely unbelievable. One of the best bits of editing in this film for me is that drilling scene where they kind of got them camped outside, and they're cutting between like the silence of the guy staking them out and the drills on the inside, and it keeps on cutting back and forth between the two, and then you kind of got the shots of Macaulay on the night vision just staring at them. And it's absolutely brilliant. And there's just some like quick cuts between kind of gunshots as well. There's that when one of the Macaulay's crew members he's got the kid hostage, and like Pacino's lining him up, and just as he takes a shot, it like cuts forward slightly. I don't know why I liked it so much, and there's something about that, and just the editing in general is magnificent. Is unbelievable, really.
Yeah, if you can
I
make
think
a 3-hour film not feel like 3 hours, then you're clearly doing something
yeah.
well.
I think the highlight of even the editing is that arguably the best scene in the movie is just De Niro and Pacino sitting across from a table, and it's just shot reverse shot of them for like the whole time, but it's like so thrilling and it's edited so well. And it helps that you've got like probably the two greatest actors of all time, but it's still just such a like well done scene, regardless of how simple it is. And yeah, there's so many instances of that. And yeah, like the shot versus shot in some of these movies is just always amazing. Like The Insider has some really good moments like that. Like his shots are never really that long as well. Apart from, I mean, like some of his earlier movies are, but he's kind of in common with Nolan in that way, I guess. Which Nolan's obviously very influenced by Michael Mann's work. We obviously know The Dark Knight. Do you think, obviously, the start of Dark Knight's a great heist scene, but do you think this is the greatest heist in a movie in Thief? Or not Thief, in Heat?
Well, the heist, I wouldn't say it's much of a heist, as in the actual.
It's more the gunfight that is
Yeah.
one of the best gun shootout scene in a film ever.
Mhm.
The heist, like what you said, there's nothing built up. There's like hardly there's just really no exposition built up around this heist. We kind of heard little bits about it, and bang, suddenly we're in it, and they're already inside. But in a way, that's what makes it so brilliant. I don't know, not the best heist scene. I'm trying to think what my
Best
favorite heist scene
shootout
is.
scene, easily.
Best shootout scene, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Best heist scene for me might be Le Cercle Rouge, the Melville film, has like a really 20-minute sequence of zero dialogue, and it's two guys trying to steal some jewelry, and it's unbelievable. Would recommend that film. And yeah, that's one of my favorite heist scenes ever. But I'm trying to think what other
Point Break
heist
has a
scenes.
really good one at the end.
Point Break.
I was going to say Point Break as well. I don't think she's a better director, but I think maybe it may be controversial. Like, her action is better. Catherine Bigelow's action. I really love the stuff in Point Break, especially that heist.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think it's the performances inside the bank when they're actually robbing it that really elevates that. You've got people like really hamming it up, and it is really high energy. I don't think there's anything better than that shootout scene in any film. I can't think of a better shootout than the one in Heat. It's like masterfully done. But you're in the bank for like 2 minutes in Heat at most, and you don't actually see much happen. It's the part after that goes on for like 5 minutes. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, Thief is a better kind of like breaking into the vault moment. Beautiful moment in that film where you just see like the sparks flying off of them as they're melting through the door. I think that's it's one of the best like structures for a heist setup that he kind of set up with Thief. Also a great looking movie.
Kelly Reichardt has a heist movie coming out this year, so that's going to be some pretty big competition with
Really
Josh
does.
O'Connor and Alana
Wow.
Haim. So that's going to be interesting. That's obviously slow cinema. Is kind of Kelly Reichardt's thing, and it's one of my most anticipated films of the year. So I'm fascinated to see how she's going to execute that, and it's set during Vietnam War as well, which is really interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, obviously, like this is a very like distinctly 90s movie, especially when you see like that for the heist mission, because it's like a bank heist where they only required to like hide their face in front of the hostages to get away with it.
Yeah.
It's just a completely different time where like pretty much the biggest worry for a criminal is like their biggest worry is that the landline is getting bugged, and that's like a moment in like pretty much all of Michael Mann's early movies. And a man can disappear off the face of the earth just by driving under a bridge and losing a helicopter. Compared to something like Black Hat that he done in 2015, where like everything is digital and every action or person can be tracked down to like a location, or they leave like a digital footprint. It's such a crazy difference just between those like 20 odd years or whatever between his movies. Yeah, it's something that, I mean, in a way dates it, but this is a timeless movie as well. It's not something that you like think about as a dated thing. I think the old tech makes it better, I say. Like the phone lines are like really cinematic.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I watched Out of Sight by Soderbergh this week, and there's an even like more simple bank heist. George Clooney literally has nothing covering his face, and he says to the bank teller, he just points to this random guy and says, "That's my partner. He has a shotgun. If you don't give me all the money, I'm gonna like blow this bank teller's brains out." But this is just a completely random guy that has nothing to do with him, and he just leaves the bank with like, I don't know how much he takes, but he takes a lot with like no mask on. I mean, he gets caught eventually, but that's not to do with the bank heist. So maybe 90s films, yeah, weren't too concerned about keeping their identities secret.
Yeah, but I think with Heast, it's more the fact that they do end up eventually covering their faces, like because I picked up on that as well. I was like, oh, there's these guys in the bank. They're just standing there. They're gonna look suspicious, and they don't care about being caught. It's an interesting choice, but one that Michael Mann doesn't necessarily care about. But there's something about the this film being edited the way it is and still having kind of sections that people would say were quote unquote missing, even though there's nothing missing from this film at all and the editing is perfect. I think there's a commitment to not having a lot of exposition, and I think it works very, very well. It only needs what needs to be there in a way. But yeah, Wayne Grove's character is a character we haven't mentioned yet, who kind of really sets things going in a way. McCall is interesting because like Macaulay, he in a way he doesn't want to kill people, and it is kind of what the character of kind of Wayne. Well, it was Wayne Grove who killed the guys in the like first high scene, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it is. And obviously he hates him for it because, well, well, no, actually, he doesn't care about human life because he just doesn't want to get caught. Because as soon as the first guy's dead, they're like, yeah, we just kill the rest. It doesn't matter. Like one guy's dead, we might as well just kill everyone else. And the entire film is just McCall. He's so committed to getting Wayne Grove back, and it's just 2 hours 50 minutes, and it is just so dead set on this one objective for that character, whilst he's kind of going through all this relationship trouble, this like the impending doom of just everything in this film. And yeah, it culminates in obviously him getting his brains blown out multiple times. Just yeah, that seems great.
And it adds this like whole serial killer like subplot to the movie that like I completely forgot about as well. Like there's so much like side stuff in this that just builds to the kind of world around it. And that's all taken from LA Takedown as well. Like him killing the cops and then going on the run and killing like people in hotels, or prostitutes in hotels is interesting. That's like the whole downfall of the crew as well. He calls the guy Slick, and like some random guy hears it, and that's how like they all get caught.
Oh, that's so funny. When he goes to Pacino's character when he's like trying to get information from that guy, and he's just making up excuses about like why he's not done this, and he's having none of it. That's so funny.
Yeah, I feel like this just has so much of like Michael Mann's like iconography in this. Like he's very known for like the blues and the strong neon lights. But like you were saying, like LA is such an important piece to the feel of this film movie. But it's like it's like realistic, but it makes use of like such normal places that make it feel cinematic. Like it doesn't use the usual places that like you do in like To Live and Die in LA. Like that uses like the Los Angeles River or like the beaches or like Lynch uses palm trees. Like this is really quite unique for like how it tells you it's LA. Like it just gives you like random diners and stuff and like payphones outside, and it gives you like such like distinct LA sense of place without really giving you the usual suspects. Again, he created his own like iconic LA locations, and it's just really unique for the movie, I think.
Yeah, they do the bank heist in like the middle of LA, don't they? In a really busy like motorway highway section, and that's a really good scene where to get away from it, Pacino De Niro goes to the shopping center and he's like hiding behind all the customers in the car park, and even still Pacino's trying to like fire on him, which is crazy. And then he obviously carjacks. Yeah, LA does really feel like a character in this, and now I wish he did a Batman film in like an alternate universe, because imagine like a Michael Mann Gotham in like the 90s. Oh, that was my dream.
I would go crazy.
Yeah, we were talking about kind of like bits not being there in a way, and we from that kind of high scene, Val Kilmer's character, he gets dropped off at this kind of surgery clinic, and like he's a vet. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And then he's told he's going to go back to like John Voight's place, and then we kind of go there later, and we just don't even see him because he's gone already. And then the very last we see of him is just that scene where the wife is like tells him to go away with the hand gesture, and yeah, he's like cut all his hair off. Yeah, and it's kind of poetic that he too is going to be like a Godfather Part 2 in a way. We got prequel and a sequel, which one of my most anticipated films, and I really hope it gets going soon.
Who did the cast in that? Because I feel like we don't have a modern day
Mm.
Pacino and De Niro.
Well, I'm pretty sure Adam Driver's almost a lock to play young Macaulay.
That would be
Younger
great.
Macaulay.
I know Austin
Yeah,
Butler's the Val Kilmer character. Or
Austin
whatever
Butler's
he-
Val Kilmer,
That's
but
great.
who's going to play the older Pacino? That's
It'll be
how
a
old is
younger
Pacino?
Pacino, isn't it? It's a prequel, isn't it?
No, it's a prequel and a sequel.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, do
Interesting.
you not know that? It's like a Godfather
No.
Part 2. Like they that's
Oh,
that's
okay.
why
I
he made the
get what you mean.
reference.
Mm.
Yeah. What was I going to say? The book's already written. They like you can read the book about what
Mhm.
happens, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, Austin Butler it follows the like Val Kilmer and kind of what happens with his escape and a younger Macaulay kind of leading up to after that. But yeah, with obviously Pacino's character, he is in 2 as well, and I think he's hunting down Val Kilmer's character. But I'm trying to think how old was Pacino in 95?
I think 40s.
He was
50.
55. He was 55 in that's really interesting actually. Damn.
I don't know if
Who
they have
could
anybody.
play? I always think of someone like Alden Ehrenreich, but like he's slightly too young.
I can't think of anyone that can quite like De Niro. Adam Driver for De Niro, I can see.
Yeah.
But Pacino's really balancing the like weird like hamminess with the just as good as De Niro for like aura. It's going to be really difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel
It'd be
like you
really
need like
cool if they got like
to
a
match star
rampy
power.
guy.
You need like a Leo or a Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
But like I don't think that works.
Leo.
Brad Pitt's definitely cool.
Leo doesn't. I don't know. He just doesn't really. I can't see him in that kind of role.
Yeah.
Who could?
I think if maybe like Adam Driver in the Pacino role and Leo and the De Niro would maybe work better. I feel like
That's
Adam
not a
Driver
bad
could be
idea.
like the
Driver
silly.
could do the hamminess, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm quite stoked. I still think Alden Ehrenreich's not a bad choice for the older Pacino. I quite like him.
Mm.
But yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Incredibly iconic movie, obviously. Probably the best crime movie. I think best De Niro or not. Best Michael Mann movie. One of the best of the 90s. I've got this game set up where I'm going to give you reviews from movies from the 90s, other iconic movies from the 90s, and you have to try and guess from the letterbox review what movie it is.
From the
And whoever gets
90s.
first to
Okay.
5 is the winner. So I'll give you 3 reviews, and it's just whoever can get it first. So the first movie from the 90s. This is a 5-star review from Kayla. The cocaine acting is way too good and accurate for it to be acting. I know they were really doing coke in this.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I was going to say that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Should I give you one guess each before I go on to the next review?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Um,
is that 90s or is it 80s?
I can't remember if they do it in this, but I'm just going to get. Is it Big Lebowski? I don't know if they do coke in that one. No, okay.
I don't think so.
Next
fun fact about
review.
Heat, actually. Did you know that De Niro was playing on coke the whole movie because originally there was a subplot that he had a coke addiction,
That makes
but
a
it
lot
was
of sense.
removed. That's why he's just like locked in the whole movie.
That makes sense.
Review number 2, 4 stars. Hot take: there are not enough cock and balls in this movie.
'90s.
Is this the same film? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh wow. 90s. When was the last time? Well, can you give us like an indication on our ratings? Like, both of us seen it.
You have it at 5 stars, and Daniel has it at 4.5.
Okay.
Oh my god, what am I forgetting? 90s. Oh my god, what am I forgetting? The 90s is one of my favorite decades, and I can't.
I mean, go into the
Oh,
third review if you can't get it. But I
oh,
think
Boogie Nights.
yeah,
Uh,
that's Boogie Nights.
How did I
I'll give
not
the
get
third-
that? That's crazy.
I'll give you the
Nothing
third one
about
because it would have given it away. How does this fit into? It was Mark Wahlberg, but I would have said like lead actors 3 a.m. prayer and workout routine.
Oh dear.
So Oscar 1-0 up. Movie number 2. I'm not the stepdad. I'm the dad who stepped up.
Oh, I've
90s
read
film.
this. I've read that before.
90s film.
There's too many films that exist. Is it Leon?
5-star review.
Leon.
No.
Professional. Huh? I don't know.
I'm not the stepdad. I can't think of anything.
Okay. Review number 2, 2.5 stars. Objectively, I can easily say that this is a stunning film. As a film lover and a huge fan of the original, I don't really like it at all.
So it's a remake.
90s remake.
Stepdad and the dad who stepped.
Doesn't have to be a remake.
Oh, it could be a sequel, yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, I
2.5
always,
stars.
my mind always is stumped on these. Oh, is it Terminator 2?
It is.
I thought that
Let's go.
2.5 threw me off. I thought it was something bad.
That movie has a weird like group of haters that love the first one but hate the sequel for some reason.
I thought I was being
Interesting.
clever with my Leon guess. Oh, whatever.
Okay, right. Film number 4, or film number 3. Review 1, 4.5 stars. Felt like a 7 out of 10, but the ending made it so much better.
God, that could be anything. Truman Show.
No.
Oh.
Movies in the 90s with iconic endings.
See, Truman Show does have an iconic ending, but there's a lot of 90s films have iconic endings.
You got anything else, Oscar?
Nope. Daniel, have you got a guess?
I've already guessed. I'm not allowed to guess again. I said Truman Show. Clue 2.
Yeah,
Review number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make a guess?
No.
No. Review number 2. Another 4.5 star. Imagine having the audacity to try talking your way out of tipping a single dollar when you've literally about to steal some diamonds. I thought you would get it straight away from that one, to be honest.
You really blindsided me here because I didn't know this was happening.
Heist movies. No, that wasn't the 2000s.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if the dollar thing's relevant, but Usual Suspects.
No.
Oh, that's an
Does that have a
Diamonds,
heist?
diamonds.
That's an iconic ending, though. That's why.
True.
Diamonds.
I think you would definitely get it with the third one, so I'd have a guess here.
genuinely cannot think of anything. My mind just goes blank.
Okay, review number 3, 4 stars. My favorite film genre is when main character crying when he's hurt. Give me more of this iconic cinema, please.
I have absolutely
So there was
no
an actor's
idea.
name there instead of main character, obviously.
What do we have it rated?
4 stars. My favorite film genre is main actor crying when
No,
he's hurt. Give me
what do
more of
we
this
have it
iconic
rated?
cinema.
What do
Oh,
we have it rated?
you have it 4 stars. I can have a guess because this might give it away. Daniel has it at 5 stars.
Oh, what? I don't give 5 stars out either often.
I've got one more guess. I can take away. I can tell you the actor's name in the review.
Is it Reservoir Dogs?
Davison.
What'd
Reservoir
you say?
Dogs?
It's Reservoir Dogs. It's
yes.
Tim
Oh
Roth
my
that's dying and bleeding. Like Funny Games. I thought that's why you would get it.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's crazy. I don't know why I just
The
wasn't
one.
thinking of that.
I don't. Yeah. Did you know like associate that movie with the tip scene at the start?
I've not seen
Which
it
Steve
like
Buscemi
No.
just refuses the tip.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I've completely forgot about half of that film.
Yeah, I suddenly remembered the diner scene at the beginning, but I've not seen it in like
Yeah.
3 years. So that's why.
Okay. Movie number 4, review number 1. This person did not rate the movie, but they left. This movie was so real for making a creepy, greedy, middle-aged white man its villain.
Creepy, greedy, middle-aged white man.
Oh, 7.
No,
He's not
it's
greedy.
a good guess though. He hates the greedy. That's not a guess. I mean, Kevin Spacey in 7 hates the greedy.
Yeah, I know.
I'll go really rogue because I'll give a guess. Toy Story 2.
No way. That is.
What? No way! That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
What a guess.
I just remember are they talking about the prospects for the
How's Todd
other
going?
guy?
That's actually crazy.
No, because I
They're
thought
talking about Al.
Al or the prospects because there's
Yeah.
like 2 of the same villain in it. That's why I thought of it.
That's crazy.
Al
That's actually
McGuigan
crazy.
is iconic villain in cinema.
It's 2.
Film number 5 is 2 each. Review number 1. This person gave it 5 stars and a heart. Certified weeb classic.
Perfect Blue.
No.
Neon Genesis Evangelion: The End.
No, yous are both way off.
Oh,
Review
it
number
could
2, 4.5. Movie for pigeon lovers and gangsters.
Home Alone
be
2.
One, two.
No.
Why is that a weak?
Damn it.
Yeah, actually, that's a
I'll give
weak
Daniel another guess.
Yeah.
He was late to.
I just put pigeons.
Pigeons. I don't even
Pigeons
know.
and gangsters.
Pigeons and gangsters.
Pigeons and
Why is it a weak
gangsters.
classic? Oh, I'm so lost.
Weeb.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh no,
I know what it is. Ghost
I know what
Dog.
it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no. I knew it. Oh,
Daniel
damn it.
from Deep. 3-2. The comeback is crazy.
Oh my god. He said Home Alone as well. He didn't realise that.
True.
That's unfair.
Yeah, but you
Game
beat him
one.
to it. So.
I was gonna say it because I only thought I couldn't guess again.
Aguero. Unlucky.
Number 6 is 3-2 to Daniel. Review number 1 is 4.5 stars and a heart. Having main character saying the N word as a major plot point is very on brand for director.
Oh, it's
Oh, is it From Dusk Till Dawn?
No,
Damn it!
it's a good guess though.
very
Was that
on
even the
brand
90s?
director,
Yes, it was.
main guy. So, um, so obviously I'm thinking of Tarantino, but I can't think of a film where that. I can't remember a film where that happens. I'll go safe and say Pulp Fiction, but I don't think it's.
Yeah, it's the obvious one, but that was to throw you off. It's not
Oh,
Pulp Fiction.
okay.
Review number 2, 5 stars and a heart. Main actor was Jim Carrey before Jim Carrey was Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey before Jim Carrey. What? And the N word.
I am.
It's not the N word as a helpful guess.
Right.
Oh,
Is it? Oh no, because it wouldn't be on brand for director. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
The on brand for the director does not make sense. I think they just wanted to make like the joke and make it
I
sound
was
like
gonna say.
Tarantino, which is why it worked so well.
Well, it's not 90s though. Never mind. No, I'll leave it.
It's not a racist director.
No, no. What I was thinking of is I'm pretty sure it was 80s, late 80s.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
No guesses. And that's one I'll give it away. 4 stars and a heart. We should all just pretend that this movie is called The Medieval Dead as it was originally intended. They can't stop
Army of
all of us.
Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I was hesitating on Evil Dead because I was thinking of Bruce
Uh,
Campbell. Why? Yeah, that's not on
yeah,
brand
that's
for
who
it.
that was. It was Bruce Campbell in the second review.
Yeah,
I have bottled this so hard.
you have bottled it.
Daniel needs one more to win. The first review is because Bruce Campbell has to say like that spell when he gets to the Book of the
Oh
Dead.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the N word was. Okay. I've got to. I'll go this one. Right. Half-star review. This is a long one, right? I only took the start of this was like a really long rant, but I took the start of it because I liked it for like this game. Like, it's like wow, I can't believe that it took me so long to watch this stupid movie. This has got to be one of the most boring movies ever made. I've never been a fan of director, so I wasn't particularly excited to watch this one. I felt obligated to watch it though, since it's on the IMDb top 250. The first problem I had with this movie is that I was streaming it on YouTube and it was really low resolution, so I couldn't see what was going on very well. That's
The Green
part of
Mile.
the review I took it. No,
Titanic.
no. But this one's just a heart. There's no rating. Setting up and pointing at the 30-second cameos of A-list actors that were cut out from this like it's a Marvel movie.
Oh,
The
Magnolia.
Thin Red Line.
Yep, it's Finn Redline.
Oh,
Yes, come on, get in. Do you know what? The first review, I was thinking it might be The Thin Red Line for some reason, but I didn't want
You
to
heard
guess it.
boring and you thought Malik.
You know, people are stupid. People are stupid. Yeah, I'll take that though. One
Okay.
back.
You need to lock in now because it's Daniel's still one off to win. But right.
I know.
Review 1, just a heart. We need to launch a full federal investigation into why and how this happened. Who allowed this?
I feel like I've read that.
Who allowed this?
So,
Oh no, was that 90s or was that 2000s? Oh, it might have been 2000s. damn. I am going to say Batman and Robin.
That was a scary
No.
guess.
It is not. That was a good guess though, and it was the 90s.
Even though Batman and Robin is a damn good film.
I
True.
would just, yeah, I don't know. I'll take another hint. 'Cause I don't know.
Okay, review number 2. This one's 2 stars. It's like watching Da Vinci piss over the Mona Lisa.
Oh, I've seen this before. I've seen this. I recognize these reviews. Is this some
2-star
like
review.
acclaimed director who's?
I'm guessing
I have
this
no
is a
idea.
sequel. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. Home
Yeah.
Alone 3. I don't know.
What'd you say?
Home Alone 3.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
No guesses, Oscar?
No.
Right, this one, I think this will be a race to get it first because it will be obvious. There's 2 lines to this one. The first one is broke, writing yourself into a movie as an excuse to say the N-word. Woke, writing your daughter into an incest subplot.
Crash? I don't know.
Who's not getting it off that?
I've
I
not
thought it'd be
seen
straight
it.
away.
I don't know.
There's incest in Crash.
I don't know. I've not seen it. As a guess.
Oh, you've both seen these movies.
Oh
Come on,
no!
Oscar.
What is it? What is it?
You've got a free
I thought this
guess.
would be
I
so
don't know.
obvious.
Daughter. Oh, it is. No, is it? The Godfather Part 3.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's 4
These
each.
people
Let's
making out
go.
is the worst thing ever. That's why I didn't think of that.
That's a great film, by the
It's
way.
an
Great
okay
film.
film. It's not that bad.
Yes.
Okay. Is this in the end?
That's good.
Right. This is for everything. This is the winner. It's 4 each.
Cinema.
Okay. The first review, 1 star. This is the most boomer shit, Lamau.
Forrest
Oh
Gump.
no! Okay.
No, that's a great guess though.
Thank goodness. That is a good guess. A boomer film from the 90s. What won Best Picture in the 90s? It's got to be something from that if it's boomer.
All right, no guess.
Yeah, no guess from me.
I don't know.
Okay, 4-star review this time. Main actor played himself and got an Oscar for that.
Oh no, that wasn't 90s, was it? No. Or was it? Oh, no, that surely wasn't 90s, that was 70s. You got any ideas, Daniel?
No, I don't.
You have both seen it.
I am gonna say Annie Hall, but that's not the 90s, is it?
I've not seen that. So
No, it's 70s.
Thought so. Don't know why I guessed that. I don't
You're
know.
on the right track though.
I thought I was. I was thinking like Woody Allen, like plays himself.
You're on the right track with Woody Allen-esque people in the industry. Review number 3. This one's 3 stars. So in between the first 2, a very wide range of star ratings here. But main actor pining for people dangerously younger than him.
Oh,
Well, this didn't age well now, did it?
Oh,
as good as
Leon.
it gets. Is it neither?
No. Wait, what did you say, Daniel?
As good as it gets.
I said Leon.
No, you're both wrong.
Oh, that like is bang on for the reviews though. God damn it.
I
Jack
thought you would get this.
I don't know.
My mind goes blank. Much
younger.
Well, but I'd take it to tiebreaker instead of giving you so. I think that's a draw. I feel like it wouldn't be fair to end on just giving you a hint.
What was the one before?
Yeah. what
American
was it?
Beauty.
Ah,
So it's Kevin
Oh,
Spacey.
of course
Oh,
it
yeah.
was. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's yeah.
Just gonna say, if you've seen As Good as It Gets, that was like bang on for every review. Jack Nicholson is like going after a way younger woman, and it is boomer slop. So
Really?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that. I don't think.
I don't know if it's 90s to be fair, but yeah.
Oh
I really
my
can't
goodness.
think.
I'll give you another movie. We'll go to a new movie to end
Okay.
this game. This one. I would leave the 90s for this one because I wanted to.
Oh,
I done this as like a tiebreaker. So this is non-90s specific. 1 star. This film just finished, and I already forgot what happened.
literally anything bad.
It
Is
could be
it
good,
The
though.
Electric State?
Oh, I forgot about it. God damn it.
Daniel,
Come back
I'll
with
let you back into the game if you can explain the plot of The Electric State to us right now.
Okay. The robots aren't happy with their workers' rights, so they throw a revolt and they are like mogging the humans. And then Stanley Tucci invents a headgear that lets the humans mog the robots. And then Mr. Peanut signs a surrender, and they go to this place away from all the humans. And then, unfortunately, he gets the Millie Bobby Brown bit, and it makes no sense, and I don't know anymore. I remember the like
Mr.
opening
Peanut is the Martin Luther King of the robots.
or the Malcolm X, yeah, and they just fight for like an hour and a half. It's really boring.
Oh dear.
Okay,
That was
well done, Oscar.
that was cinema the way that panned out.
So we're gonna go into a Michael Mann collaborative ranking.
I have.
What order do you want to go in?
Are we doing all 14, or are we doing like top 10?
Top
I
10.
think I've seen 12. I think top 10 is better.
Yeah.
I'm going to do top 9 because they're the only ones I'm going to count because I've not seen Black Hat and I've not.
Well, once somebody else puts their film down,
Yeah.
you have enough.
Are we just doing it in order around the? We're not doing.
Who's going
collective.
first? We're doing collaborative rankings. So, if you know
How
what
does that
is.
work then?
So basically, we have to. So like, let's say I'll be the 10 spot, you'll be the 9, Ryan's the 8, then I'm 7, then you're 6, 5,
Okay.
4. So it's a bit of a. We get and this it's interesting. Who's going first? I
won't
Ryan.
do 10 because I've not even seen 10.
Yeah.
Oh, you go first, actually.
My number 10, I've gone for Public Enemies.
That is ridiculous.
Gotta screw it up.
Good film. It's just
That is ridiculous.
who's going 9?
Do you want me to
I'll go
9?
I'll go 9.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know what to do now because Public Enemies isn't in my top 10. I'm gonna go Ali. I just watched that. Really good boxing
Good pick.
movie.
Really great film.
And
Great
good
biopic.
Will Smith performance.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, you two see more than me. It's like destroyed my ranking because I like Harley. It's like 5th on my own ranking. 8. I don't think it's better though than this, but I don't know what to do because Oscar's gone 10 for Public Enemies. Oh. No, I think you two will want these. Actually, you know what? I'll go the Insider for 8. But
that is awful.
But it's really high on my own ranking is the issue. It's just I'm trying to
That's
balance it
so
out.
bad. That's like top 4, top 3. That's crazy.
You set the tone for 10 as Public Enemies, which has completely screwed me here.
It's a good film, but why? That's crazy, crazy pull. My number 7. Ooh, what do I go for here? Do I throw a spanner in the works? I'm going to go for Ferrari.
I forgot that existed. I
7.
should have gone for that. Oh man.
I was hoping to
Great
drop that at the
film.
top 10. with my
That
Ali
wasn't even in
placement.
my own top 10.
Boo,
That's fine.
boo, boo, boo. Great film.
It is in my top 10, but I feel like we're gonna miss out something there. Yeah, I haven't seen it since it came out in cinemas,
No,
but
just as long as we don't put two of the films in, then the should be good. But yeah, what's number 6?
was that number 7?
Ryan?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, that's number
I've got to go
7.
Black Hat as well.
That's fine.
A really
Yeah,
good modern Michael Mann
great
that's
film.
kind of criminally underrated. I guess I don't
It is.
really understand the hate for it.
I know. Tang Wei and
Very,
Chris Hemsworth, great.
very cool.
Great
Like
performance.
CGI, like zoom ins when he flies into computers and keyboards. That's really cool.
Yeah, so cool. So cool. Really, really like that film.
5th now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this YouTube destroyed me by seeing more. I'm on like another level of the because I have limited options. I'm gonna have to go.
There's an objective top 5 here.
I'm gonna annoy both of you again because of just what my own ranking is. I'll go Manhunter for 5th.
That's the top 3. I don't like that.
No, that's fine. Number 4. Oh, we've already had. What's left? I know what's left. There's number 4. My number 4 has already been taken. But is this going to get missed out though? Probably not. Number 4, I'll go Thief.
That's
correct. I have it at 4th as well.
Ryan, please, 3, please do the right thing.
Oh well, I have to go Collateral now because I can't let it go any higher. No, number 3. Wait, let me think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, this is really bad because all I've got left is Heat,
Wait.
and I don't want it in second.
Wait, let me think. I've not submitted Collateral yet. Let me. Oh wait, wait. You've not seen Miami Vice. Wait, I'll put Miami Vice.
Yeah, but the issue is my only 2 films now are Last of the Mohicans and Heat, and
God,
no!
Hey, no, you've seen Miami Vice. Just put Miami Vice.
No. Collateral hasn't been taken because you just went with Miami Vice, not Collateral.
Yeah, you've seen Collateral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Okay, so yeah, Collateral is my 2 anyway. Yeah, so.
And then Heat is objectively number 1.
Yeah.
Collateral should be way down though.
No, 2. It's like objectively second.
Second?
The Insider was way too low.
I know, but you guys set the tone at 10 as Public Enemies. I thought we were gonna have like the Keep in here. That's why you threw me off. Last of the Mohicans is so boring. Oh man.
I feel like I like Manhunter's my number 2 just because I mean I think it's his best looking movie and the vibes are just like insane. Just like Heat's like the 90s movie, Manhunter's like the quintessential 80s movie with like just all
And
the
then
colours.
Miami Vice is the quintessential 2000s movie.
Ollie is like
well,
the most 3.5.
I mean, Miami
digital.
Vice is like an 80s. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
like
but it's
2000s
digital.
made, but it's like an 80s movie. Both crazy soundtracks as well. I think we forgot to mention how good Michael Mann's soundtracks are as well.
Yeah.
And the way he uses Moby at the end of this movie, where it's just like De Niro and Al Pacino's like hands like together as he's like dying, and the score comes in. Oh, it's so good. That's like the best moment in the movie. Yeah, he uses Moby a lot in his movies. Like I just watched like Ali, and he uses like the same song from Heat like a couple of times just because he knows how good it is. But yeah, these soundtracks are always elite.
Yeah, Ollie is the
It's a
most
decent top 5.
3.5 film ever made, by the way.
Nah.
The definition
I'm good
of a 3.5.
Nah.
You know what's overrated? The Public Enemies come in just like
Good
It's like
film.
it's like
Good
a low
film.
3.5.
Good film. Damn good film.
When no one's talking, it's really good. When people are just shooting. Like, the script is awful.
that's what
The
keeps
Insider. You guys rate that way too lowly. That is an
3.5
incredible film.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
It's easy 4.5.
That's like the opposite, maybe. But maybe people talking a bit too much.
that feels
Nah,
2
the
hours
inside
40 as
is
well. That feels longer than Heat.
nah, so
It
good.
does.
What a film! What a film! What a
Yeah.
director!
Yeah, there's also a lot of films that you can have anywhere, and it's not completely wrong. He's a great director. That's our collaborative ranking, Make Man. Let us know what your ranking is, and also what you think of Heat. Is Heat his best? I feel like we've all kind of agreed that it definitely is. But yeah, let us know what you think of Heat, and we'll be back next week.
One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin. Son of a bitch. Stole my life.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.